Hey, I am here in Alphabet City, as they call it, in Manhattan, New York, at a friend's place. Yes, I have been displaced since about August 27th, but I can be placed here as long as I need. So they tell me good friends. That's very good. So today I'm here just to try to catch up. Do what makes your heart sing. And I'm going to tell you, your joy is your compass. Follow it without apology. Lately, there's been people who have decided to attack me for situations that I talk about. I always promised you all, I'd be honest. Life in the 3D is rough, and I understand that. And law of assumption says that we live joyously in our things. My law of a kitty, and this kitty belongs to my friends here, Whiskers. She's a lovely flies flying around. You know, windows open, time of year still extremely warm. Well, for New York, beautiful days. I went out and I went in the park a few times, although I think I have mosquito bites to prove that a lot of things from laziness, which is not true. I work almost, I'm going to probably work till about 4 in the morning. This is part of my work, and I want you to understand that. And I work almost, I'm going to probably work till about 4 in the morning. This is part of my work, and I want you to understand that. And I did decide a few years ago to follow my dreams. Now, sometimes in 3D world, there's a price to pay. There shouldn't be, but sometimes we manifest ways we didn't expect. Well, we probably didn't expect, but there are things we do. Yes, I manifested everything that happens to me. Let's say that my thoughts and continue like anybody. I go, I learn. My spirituality is that I'd like to manifest better at this particular time. And I am looking for you to come chat about it. If you've been through rough times and you understand this, and you know. And this is the first time I've actually been 100% homeless. And this is only due to really a wrongful accusation again. So I've been noticing a lot of wrongful accusations around me. How I brought those on was, yes, there is concern of what people think of me. And I guess I have to let that go. I've been letting that go. Not as strong as I thought, but I'm still going to stand up for myself because I spent years being teased for many things, starting. And sometimes I had wonderful times, mostly wonderful times. I try to focus on those. I've revisioned and I will keep revisioning. We'll have a chapter on that. And we will talk again soon. But do what makes your heart sing. Doing theater makes my heart sing. I've got to get back to it. I've got to get myself settled into something, but there are many programs that I am taking advantage of for those who want to accuse me of doing nothing. That's all I do. I'm getting a degree in law from doing the things I do. Trust me. And I will have one. And considering all the years I've done things with law, I should be a lawyer. I probably could pass the bar if I did a little study at this point. Don't want to, but I probably could. And that's not really what I want to do. Just kind of the situation as it is. I am not egomaniacal. I do think I deserve good things, certainly, because I've decided that I have, and I want them. I've tried as best as I can, but they happened. The more incredibly wonderful, and some were not. But I keep doing what makes my heart sing, and I'll tell you, those are hard times here. I am happiest. I love being out in New York in this beautiful weather. When it's time like that, that's really fun. It would be nicer if I had a little more money so I could do things when I'm out there, because there are things I find for free. Enabling you. You're not enabling me. You're enabling me to get through until my Social Security arrives. Well, that's not what I'm saying I'm going to depend on all the time, but at least it's regular income and it is a known income. And right now, because I was pushed out a little earlier than I thought I would be, although I manifested in some way, I know I did, is that I manifested it with the money that I also was putting out there to manifest. And I did manifest money, but it ended a lot of it going to hotels because I was not going to see myself in the streets. And I don't want to be in shelters. I just don't want to. That's not egomaniacal. It's nothing to speak of anybody who's been in a shelter or goes to shelters, because I think you should do what you feel comfortable doing or feel like you need to do. But I felt that I had built enough of a life that I didn't have to do that. And I didn't in the long run. There was some little shaky moments, and there are things that even people that I thought would not let that happen, but it did, and they did things that maybe I didn't expect. That's just me being naive, and I've been naive before because I expect people to be the way I would be in the same situation, which is I would help anybody any way I could. If I didn't have the money or the room, and I've had people who have been that way, I would have tried to bring them in. I've helped people, some of you know, not get kicked out and homeless when they lived in the same building as me more than once, though it wasn't just the one person who might know, and he's a wonderful friend, but he was almost put into the streets without any notice, and I stopped that from happening because I was able to. So that somebody would let that happen to me in general and for long term, I'm just shocked that, not that I expected anything back from that, because I didn't expect this to happen. So it's not even that expectation. It's I've created in my universe, in my mind, that I did do it though. I didn't want to live in the roach infested apartment that I lived in. And I did get pushed out though. Unfortunately, I didn't want to be pushed out. But I guess with my manifestations of saying I don't want to be here, I'm not supposed to be here anymore, I managed to create a situation where I was pushed out. Maybe to make me work faster than I wanted to, but it is my birthday month. I think it would be nice to have something nice for my birthday. I need to get back into his lawyers, and a long story says I can access it till enabling me, but I do need to get money to get stuff out, or somebody to volunteer a truck, volunteer to help me go through the stuff, and get rid of the cockroaches that are definitely in it. Some of it, not my mother's ashes. I think they're pretty sealed. But to make sure we carry nothing with me for, or have a place for me to store it, because right now I don't have that place. If I went in there tomorrow and had somebody to do all this for me, I can't bend. No, I can't lift too hard. So it's only one room, a bedroom. It's really not, I don't think it's a lot of stuff anymore. So, but I either need the money to hire the people, from whether I do it from TaskRabbit or Thumbnail or whatever. I can't drive a U-Haul, so I have to get somebody with a license and a truck that has enough room to carry the stuff to wherever it ends up, be it storage again for a while until I have a place to move, or somebody who has a place that can be mine that will hold until such time as the rent comes in, which will, and it has to be a certain amount, because at this point, I don't know beyond that. I do have gigs, if you guys will, not even just gigs, I have sales, I have offers. So if I can build that up, but I have to kind of settle in one place for that to happen. And I'm still going to do what makes my heart sing. And one thing that makes my heart sing is not being in a shelter. I'd like to be, I don't know, I'd like to be in a nice place that's going to be mine. I don't mind that. I wouldn't have minded that, getting out of the roach infested place into a place that's either my own or at least shared with a really great roommate that I get along with. And we don't bother each other too much, because I'm pretty good about just staying in my room and doing my thing, which I would do. And they're not too noisy and all that stuff. But if I must be with a roommate at this point, my ultimate goal, and I already see it, is myself in my own apartment overlooking Manhattan, and or being in Manhattan. I don't even have to overlook. I don't care if I'm on the second or third story. That's fine. And that I have a bathroom I can get to. That's not, weirding me out. And that's a whole other story, because that's just a phobia thing. And again, that's an earth thing, a 3D thing that I just happen to have at the moment. It's kind of hard to overcome it, but it doesn't mean I can't. So do what makes your heart sing. I need to do more theater, and I am in film. So keep looking for that, and I'm going to try to get some updates on these videos, and talk to me if you can. Buy my stuff or buy my offers. They're great. And by the way, my videos that I make for you, the team, I'm not using it. I have no microphones and nothing. I'm not doing it on CapCut and all the stuff that I use. I'm just doing it straight from YouTube. So understand, this is not to say this is how it's going to be when I make a video for you. It will not be. In fact, watch the thing that I have testimonials of videos I've made. You'll hear they sound great. I always work on the sound, the editing, etc. And they will not be done just haphazardly that I just throw out there like this. This is a live feed for a very reason, because it's a live feed. So take that as it is. The editing of how to do videos. And if you want advertisement videos beyond that, I will drop it to 80 if you buy 4 or more. And again, they will be edited, they will be cleaned up, they will, in a good way, you know what I mean? They won't be choppy or the things that this live stuff does. It will be professional level. Hot. It's very hot here. Very hot. I may have to go get some ice. Okay, so it's very hot here. So check it out. Come check it out. Do what makes your heart sing, because that's the way to live. And that I'm still pursuing my theater, I'm writing, I'm doing my arts. I am an artist. That's what I am, and I work very hard at that. But I'm also having to do just things to keep me alive, really. But I do get to see a beautiful kitty who's sleeping in a position that would just freak you out. I'll have to take a picture of that. And I will share some of that with you soon. Bye.